Yeah, see a Honda Civic car with blue thing. Is that a shit car? What is that called? That's the Mariners symbol, right? It's got the S. I think these are more signs than mandatory Amazon shutdown. I'm not getting any direct hints. I'm just playing the game at guess. And I'm definitely doing this solo. Yeah, I don't know what's next. I'm hoping this is the right direction to go through Alderwood Mall and then gets me to the Kirkland area. Some crows gathering around the CFES pharmacy. I think there's a lot of signs that crows are coming together. I don't know. Again, I can't. If anyone can help me bump me to another job, I'm more than happy. Because I really don't want to play this game. I see a Ram car. It looks like Moloch. Maybe Moloch's watching. It looks like it's a public store. See the public storage. Maybe this is publicly known on some social media forum. I had to guess because I heard Facebook the first time I was listening on the radio. Yesterday when I was in Fulfillment Center, UWA1, I saw Facebook. That's the first thing I heard on the music or something. So maybe it's Facebook. I'm just playing the game, I guess, which isn't efficient, by the way. I think people are pretty dysfunctional today that that's all they play. Ego is probably the most worthless part about you. I see Alamo Enterprise and National. Maybe there's going to be a national walkout someday. You know, what I was planning on doing was I was planning on saving some cash, maybe all of it, pay a prof, tell me which college pathway gets me a higher paying job. Probably, that might have been a good idea. You know, see, I would be thinking, like, since I started this series, someone would have told me already. Or a business, too. Think about it. You pay a college prof 10 grand, maybe they'll tell you a successful business idea that gives you a 5% return plus your rental, or at least a house, right? I would assume I'd get a shady deal. I'm okay with that. If you got a shady deal, can you imagine, like, how safe it is? That's the whole point of doing my art series, right? It's so I can get a better deal, right? That's why I don't do the money thing anymore, because I already made my point. I'm guessing I made my point. But I'm an artist. I'm going based on my gut instinct, right? I'm going based on how I feel about something. There's no choice, right? if I made my college route succeed as an actual science teacher, I wouldn't have to play this game. I would just have to be a lot like those awkward coffers. And I don't have to say anything directly. I wouldn't have to say anything. You know, Jimmy Jan's trying to get me. But my point is, you don't want to play as a finance teacher. You want to avoid it. I've always played the honesty game my whole life to get stuff done, right? Always like getting stuff done, any and all costs. And it's always been something I prioritize. Nowadays, not really. I normally don't want to play it. If I can get away with it, I don't care. Because my options suck. If I had better options, I would have went. And I'm hoping better options open up, right? I'm showing my authentic self, right? I'm Douglas. I have autism. You know, some W will help pull an L like me to be a more useful L to that W. And I can live as a more comfortable L, which is I'm okay with. Yeah, I'm not interested in being the actual W that's useful, because there's like a lot of pressure to play this game. This is the game, yeah, it's pretty, it's dangerous, yes, depending on what cards you have, right? It could turn into war, right? Gaddafi never wanted to play this game. He opted out. I think that's kind of why it went bad in Libya, I think. The game is he sells out, right? I didn't see him sell out to anyone, to the Obamas or the Clintons. He could have participated and took a side with either Hillary or Obama. No offense to Hillary. Just support Obama killing Hillary. I think you're entitled to all that cash, Obama. Obama would have reluctantly let go. Or enthusiastic. He's going to pretend to be reluctant. They had spats, didn't they? The Republicans reported. He probably didn't want to do it. A lot of country leaders did. It's called the game. No, he called the troops off, you know why. I want control over the Clinton Foundation. That's the game Gaddafi should play. He would have survived. Not only that, Libya lives for another day. There are indirect cops, there are hints everywhere. I know, I saw the hints when I was watching the news. They're giving like hand gestures, like I saw it all. People just want to be in denial. But if you sell out, people live for another day, as long as you're more profitable. Military still expands. Nothing changes there. I mean, they're patients. Now, as we're getting bigger, I don't know. I just know the politicians make more money. Now, Madison, the troops get more money in a different manner. Safer. Because the military doesn't mean anything anymore. What is the military? I don't know. Is it agriculture? Is it energy? That's the context that's missing these days. I keep talking about it. No one else is. The only real government department is the military industrial complex. That's what Eisenhower was talking about. And the joke is it's all BS. You know why you want to reclassify the military? Is so you can get away with exploiting your employees more. I don't actually care, dude. I never cared. I mean, it's what it is. That's why I wanted to do it. You can't make finance. like I said before, the military is there to make me budget friendly. I studied the paperwork. Do I care enough? I don't know. I already went through my trauma probably in my preschool years. I kind of don't care anymore. It's kind of why my grades slip for a while. They get dipped in. Thank God in a safe manner. I actually don't care. Because that's reality. Right? Sometimes the lights go out, sometimes the lights go bright. Right? It's just what life is. Like everyone gets bad cards when they apply for a job. CEO gets worse cards, right? Sure, more money, worse cards. Socially. I go to school so I can avoid. That's why I was hoping like some prof would come by and shining armor. I paid 10 or 15 grand. I was waiting for a buy-in deal actually. I don't see it, so it's been pretty long. It might even be free of charge. Who knows? Yeah, here's a field that give me some definitive, solid, and guaranteed source of income and do some shit for you, or whatever it is, right? It's not money. Now, which is preferable. Now, if it's something non-monetary, which is what smart people do. Because money is there to get resources. That's the whole point. Because that's a short. Now you may say, well, here's 15 grand. I want you to build a house for me. Now, that's clever. Right? A house that's worth 100 grand. You see where this is going? Now, I might as well be honest on this. Because I'm lower on the total. I was mainly hoping for the college bump. It's either for the business or, start a business, like, take business courses and then you get a guaranteed startup that makes money. Yeah. They make a lot of money. I would have done that because then I don't have to play the capital loan game where I don't know how much anything pays off. And same for underwriters, same for copywriter. You don't just invest in copywriting. I only do these things that they tell me to go to, like these side income, only as volunteer experience. Before I get something legitimate. That's where all these figures start coming from, right? They do not start coming from immediately. People just lie about this shit all the time. Right, you build your social network first. People keep lying. I get tired of the game. It really does get exhausting. Okay, who cares if you are like some total salary employee? Aren't you afforded some a-hole honesty? Right? And it doesn't matter if you feel like your ego that's like if you're higher up, just tell the truth. We're not here to be friends, right? I let bygones be bygones for a greater purpose. That's what life is, right? We do this in politics, we do this in video game clubs, we do this for tennis. And we do this for everything. Why not work the workplace? It doesn't matter how bad of a boss or how good of a boss you are, right? You tell the truth. It's your obligation as an employee. If it is really bad. That doesn't mean you have to fix it, Right, that's what bad CEOs do all the time. Ever wonder why certain CEOs get into office? Like that WeWork guy that Joshua Flip goes in. Well, we can tell the truth. Doesn't matter how bad their business companies think they want to tell the truth. That's the right time. He doesn't have to fix it. Now, they may hate him, but, I used to talk about this. Honesty is, like, literally the most valuable resource out there. look at how to establish a reliable social network that gives returns. It doesn't have to be money, but it has to be something where it's other than you have to buy beer from. Trading cards, the beer pong, that's what will potentially give you those figures that you see, like, oh, you go to real estate, you make millions of dollars, right? That's the stuff that I want to see. But I've seen no vids on how to actually make those kind of friends. Those are the type of courses I invest all my cash on. Because the joke is, if the moment you are willing to invest your money into making quality relationships, is the moment those people who aren't friends with you come and save you, right? Because they are those kind of people. I think if that makes sense. Because it's friendships and relationships that give towards the capital. Because it's those people that actually create stuff, right? You always work together as a team to make stuff. We live in that kind of honor, right? Division of labor. The ability to make connections. Okay, that doesn't necessarily mean they have to be friends, but I think at a basic level, you got to start about talking on this general broad topic somewhere. Got to start somewhere. Friends, the most basic unit I can think of, basically to describe what it is I'm in essence talking about. A social network, right? Because we can talk about connections, but that's vague. I think with friends, you have a bigger chance of learning how to forge business connections. That's what I thought the purpose of friendship was, just to train yourself, right? Because having a nice haircut, watching your face, all that, that's not really to get you that. You always want to try to make sure your business idea becomes soluble, right? That should be your backup. Because everyone else plays the game of nice bow tie, just like cover cars, right? Left and right, that's it. Doesn't matter who you are. It's not safe. Not always. People just lie about this stuff. I'm not going to tell you the truth, why I reject job back then. I honestly, genuinely believe a lot of these employers just can't hire me. I genuinely believe they can't. Because people only spend money, right? Because it's cash flow. You need support, assurances. Right? I'm talking about cash flow. How much money you have in your bank account doesn't mean anything. Maybe it could be you just want to retire at that time, and you only made that money during certain. Now, tell you here the circumstances in which they made that cash, you can't make any definitive statement, in my opinion, why they should spend on this or that, right? Or even add a moral category. Now, if you think, well, they should take the profit loss and save money, that's fine, but I think it's imperative upon you to provide a case for which why that loss becomes a gain later. Right? Bill's a billionaire, but when did he make his millions? I talked about this. This is something he lucked out. No, ask him. A lot of these billionaires lucked out. There at the right circumstance, right time. And that circumstance, right time creates the promotion. And then the paychecks depend on that, which is kind of problematic. Yeah, I do have to go. On my next podcast, I think, or let's see how I'm gonna do this. One of these days, expect to see an accounting spreadsheet, maybe using QuickBooks or something, where I show you why a billionaire feels poor all the time. So much so that asking the U.S. government, paying the U.S. government any money to protect them, is like stabbing themselves. They've always felt like that. They think the government, they think they're entitled to protect them free of charge. Because it's socially implied they're a job creator. That doesn't mean it's true, they just want to pretend, they just want to have the freedom to say it's false. Well, indirectly saying it's true, you know what I mean? Like, directly saying it's false. Indirectly saying it's true. People do this all the time. Right? They'll say, well, it's false, I'm not a job creator, like on a vid, right? They all support it, but then indirectly they'd say it's true, saying, nope, we're job creators, right? They'll send you Hallmark cards, right? Government needs to protect us for free. In secret. In private. I've seen this game before. It's awful. No one believes me when I talk about it. My mom and dad anyways. I haven't told anyone else about it. I also, how did I get... Did I talk about this? I think I did a while back. I wasn't the most direct thing. I was like, I think the powerful need to be protected at all costs, right? Or something. Just need more plain about it. What are you talking about? Justice wins all the time at the end of the day.